I am Lucky Ladybug, and today I want to talk about something that I've noticed in the Kingdom Hearts fandom that I don't fully understand. Now, I've already made a post about this on Tumblr, but I wanted to talk about it here too, and that is there's a trend. It seems like people think that when Zack disappeared in Birth by Sleep, that Sephiroth did something to hurt him. And I actually don't know why people are bent on thinking that, because during the time of Birth by Sleep, Sephiroth was regarded as a hero. We have Nomura specifically saying that Zack wanted to be like Sephiroth, just like in FF7. And I didn't actually see that line was there in the English version, so maybe that's part of the problem, that the dub changed it for some reason. But in the original, he says that he wants to be a hero like another, and Nomura says that it's Sephiroth, just like in the original game, the original FF7 series, that Zack wants to be like Sephiroth. And he also makes the comment that in the Birth by Sleep era, we don't know that Sephiroth is supposedly a being of darkness. So, also I'd like to point out that he had his wings during the Birth by Sleep era. Because what we see in the credits scene is a pretty feather falling down. That's obviously one of his. And Zack looks at it, and I thought he said he's here or something like that, but I also didn't see that in the credits scene. So I wonder if that was also something that the dub removed. I don't know why they would take these things out. And then you just see the feather continuing to float down, and Zack's apparently gone. So Sephiroth took him somewhere, but why does it have to be that he hurt him? Sephiroth would have no reason to. Zack isn't interfering with any plans of his, and Sephiroth has never been a cliche villain who just hurts people for the sake of hurting people. That's not who he is, even when he cracks up. He always has a reason. He would have absolutely no reason to harm Zack. So, what I propose is that Sephiroth saw Zack trying so hard to be a hero, and that Phil wouldn't train him, and Sephiroth saw something in Zack that he liked, and he decided to train Zack himself. So he just swooped down and got Zack, and so during the interim between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 1, Sephiroth was training Zack. Now what else happened? No idea, and we don't know why Cloud thinks Sephiroth is his darkness. That is just weird, and Birth by Sleep would seem to discount that idea by Sephiroth actually being a hero 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1. Cloud would be like, 6 years old or 8 years old or something at Birth by Sleep. So, and Sephiroth was established already as a hero. So, it's very, very unlikely that Sephiroth is literally Cloud's darkness. That is just weird. And yes, it's possible in Kingdom Hearts world that could be the case, but it just looks like canon is showing that it probably is not. That it's just symbolic or something. Or that Cloud is just off in the head thinking that Sephiroth is literally his darkness. Who knows? Cloud is kind of strange in Kingdom Hearts, so who knows what weird ideas he might have. And also, like Sephiroth, when Cloud tells him that Sephiroth is his darkness, Sephiroth reacts by mocking this. He's like, "Oh, I'm part of you, am I?" That was funny. So, I don't know. I think that it is not literal. And who knows why Cloud thinks that. So I think that the evidence indicates that Sephiroth may not have harmed Zack at all when he took him. So my headcanon, until canon says otherwise, is firmly that Sephiroth took Zack for a good reason. Sephiroth's going to train Zack to be a hero. And who knows, wouldn't it be awesome if canon comes out and confirms that? Because for 10 years, FF7 fans thought that was probably the case in FF7. And then Crisis Core has to come along and say, no, it was Angeal. And Sephiroth didn't really train Zack that much, just a little bit after Angeal left. And that was really disappointing to a lot of fans that wanted to think Sephiroth trained Zack. So here in Kingdom Hearts, we've got the perfect setup for that exact thing happening. So I say let's embrace it. Let's explore that idea. Because that is way more interesting and makes way more sense than thinking that Sephiroth would just randomly harm this kid that he has no reason to hurt. I mean, why would he do that? There's just no indication that he would have any reason for it. Like I say, he's not a cliche villain who's just bad for the sake of being bad and does bad things just to hurt people just because he thinks it's fun. That's Kefka, that's not Sephiroth. So I definitely don't understand that trend among the fans, and I really hope that either we get canon that shows Sephiroth was training Zack or some other good thing, or that we don't actually find out at all so the fans can continue believing that if they want to. Because, I don't know, I'll be pretty upset if we end up getting canon sometime that Sephiroth did harm Zack. Both because, I don't want that to be the case, but also because I don't think it makes sense. So, those are my thoughts. And, of course, this is my Sephiroth, my Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth, that I commissioned from Setsunako years and years ago. I think it was about 2006 or 2007. And, a lot of the little things are falling off and coming apart. The hem is kind of coming apart on this side. Very well loved. Also had to sew up here because the bangs started coming off and stuff. And I think they're probably really meant to kind of just be on display. They're not meant to be cuddled a lot, but he got a lot of cuddles, so had to do some repair work on him and still adore him. It's very cuddly soft. So, this is Lucky Ladybug. Thanks for watching.